Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on real quick and do this book tag I've been saying I'm going to do for like over a week now, and I just haven't felt like doing it. Book tag started by Misty. Her channel is Book Rat Misty. I'll link to it down below. Basically, she posted a set of, I think, 10 questions pertaining to the books that you've read so far this year. So I thought I would do the tag, and if you're watching this video, you have officially been tagged. So I expect to see this on all of your channels. So, the first question on the book tag is, what book have you read in 2011 that you are an evangelist for? And what she meant was, what's the one book that you tell everybody about? Like, what are you so excited about? For me, it wasn't a book, it was a series. I picked up the River of Time series. I was sent Waterfall for a buy review from the author, Lisa Bergren. I thought it was amazing. I stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning reading it, so I emailed her and told her, and she sent me Cascade. She also sent me an Arc of Torrent, which I don't have. I've actually loaned it out. But this is the River of Time series. It is amazing. There's time travel, there's romance in it for people that like romance, there's fighting, and I don't just mean fighting, I mean like sword fighting and knights and hotness and funny. This is probably one of the best series I've read in a long time. So if you haven't picked up the River of Time, pick it up. The next question was, what book was surprisingly good? Like, what book were you not sure you were going to like, and then you ended up really liking it? And for me, that book was Filter by Gwen Wright, which I thought I might like it because I seem to be going through this historical fiction phase, but like I really liked it. Read it in a day, had to run upstairs and tell my husband about it when I was finished. I can't wait for her to finish writing book 2 so I can read it. I don't know. I think there's a stigmatism that goes with self-published authors, so I kind of had that in my head when I got the book. I was expecting it to not be that great, but it was great, so I can't say enough about it. But that's Filter by Gwen Wright. I think you should pick it up. I think it's awesome. What book was the biggest disappointment so far? You guys, don't be mad at me, okay? Like, I'm just gonna say it, and then you just, if it upsets you, you pretend like I didn't say it. The book that I was most disappointed in so far this year was Wither. I'm sorry. I know this thing's getting amazing reviews. I love the cover. The cover is the reason I got the book. The story is an excellent story idea. I didn't give a crap about any of the characters. And if you don't care about the characters, you really don't care about the story. Do you know what I mean? I didn't care. And then to top it off, like when the book ended, to me it felt like it was more the ending of a chapter and not the end of a book. I said in my review I doubted I would read the rest of the series, but I don't know. I might wait for the 3rd book to come out. That way I can read the other 2 books like bam bam, back to back, because if this one ended like the end of a chapter and not like the end of the book, maybe if I had the full story, like I wouldn't be so disappointed in it. But all the internet people talk about how amazingly awesome this book was, and I was just like, what? Whatever. So yeah, this was my biggest disappointment so far this year. What is the funniest thing you've read so far this year? This is easy because I kept laughing. The funniest, the book that I really liked was Paranormalcy. I don't know, this book is funny. Evie is funny. The sequel to it just came out the other day. I thought I had pre-ordered it. I guess I didn't. So I'm trying to win it in all these contests. I'm going to end up having to buy it because I want it, but it's Paranormalcy. There's everything in it. There's mermaids and vampires and werewolves and funny, and I don't know, you have to read it. If you haven't picked it up yet, pick it up because it's really good. Like, I don't like to give a star rating, but if I had to give a star rating, I would do like 4.5 out of 5. I think it's that good, and it makes you laugh out loud, so those are always good. What book are you having cover lust for? Don't be scared of me after I show you this. I love this cover. I don't know why. I just think it's awesome. Can you see it? It's metallic. Yes, there are scary sharp things over a baby carriage. I don't care. This is probably my favorite cover right now. I'm weird. I don't know. And that stroller is like way cute. I don't know if you can see the detail. It's like a vintage. I don't know. This is my favorite cover right now. Sorry, it just is. I couldn't pick a dress. Sorry. I like Wither's cover. Not my favorite. This is my favorite. Who's your favorite character so far this year? My favorite character, I read Beautiful Creatures and Beautiful Darkness. Beautiful Chaos, the third book, is not out yet. My favorite character so far this year has to be Macon from Beautiful Creatures and Beautiful Darkness. I loved him. I cried when he died. Oh, and this is a spoiler, so like if you haven't read him, like jump forward like 10 seconds. Ready? Go. I cried when they brought him back. Okay, are you back? So anyway, basically, Macon, in my mind, I saw Jim Carrey, a guy from Lemony Snicket. Count Orloff or whatever. Yeah, I saw Jim Carrey in character for Count Orloff from Lemony Snicket. So anytime he was in, I would just giggle. He's just scary and fun, and I would give anything for like him to be my next door neighbor, because he is, I don't know. And I cried, so I really liked him. I can't wait for Beautiful Chaos to come out, and I hope they I want them to do like a prequel series to the Beautiful Creatures, and it be all about Macon growing up. And I would buy a whole series of just Macon. So yeah, he is my. I can't help it. I'm weird. What series was new to you this year that might not be new? For me, it was these guys. So I'd never heard of it before. I picked it up. I read them over a period of like 3 or 4 days. I thought it was amazing, and I would recommend it to anybody, even if they don't like YA, I would still recommend it. I can't wait for the movies to come out. Yeah, this is really good. I don't have the newest one, City of Fallen Angel, and I don't have the prequel series, but they're on my wish list. So I don't know. What book did you think was beautifully written? So far this year, am sad to say that I have not read anything that the writing style itself, like, took my breath away. I don't know if it's that I'm reading a new genre primarily, because I've not really been a YA reader, or I don't know. I've just not read anything that stood out to me as being amazing writing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll find something before the end of the year. What has been the most thought-provoking book that you read this year? Living Dead Girl. Here's the thing. This book will make you cry until you puke. It is about a girl who gets abducted and the things that happens to her while she's abducted. It's not very long. You see how little that is? And I cried so hard I almost threw up. If you decide to read this book, some things that you should take note. For me in particular, I am a mother of a 10-year-old girl. This book is about a 10-year-old girl that gets kidnapped on a field trip. The day that I decided to read this book, my daughter was on a field trip. I cried in the shower. It took everything I had to not call and go pick her up. I cried on my husband's, and he banned me from reading this type of book anymore. If you want to cry and just be shocked and disgusted and heartbroken, this is the one. Next on the list. What books do you want to be made into movies so far this year? pretty much if it has been on this list, I would like to see it on the big screen. However, I would like to have final say over all casting. I would like to have final say over all script changes and editing choices. I would like to have final say over all shooting venues, and yeah. So basically, I want these books made into movies, but I don't want them And the last question is, what is on your wish list for the remainder of 2011? I have so much crap on my wish list right now. Mostly I want the rest of the Mortal Instruments series. I want Supernaturally, which came out yesterday or day before. I want Beautiful Chaos. I want The Unwanteds. I want the entire series of the Dresden Files. I want 11/26/63. I don't know. There are like 300 books I think on my wish list right now, and that's like the books on my wish list on Amazon are not the same books that's on my wish list on Goodreads, because I haven't worked them together yet. So I just don't know. I have a lot of, basically if it's out, I want to read it. So anyway, that is my crazy answers. I'm going to try to edit this stupid thing. I can't believe I started crying. You guys suck. Anyway, so yeah, if you watch this video, you have officially been tagged. If you do not do YouTube videos, that's okay. Surely you have a blog or you Facebook. I expect to see the answers to these questions somewhere. I'll repost the questions down below. I'll link over to the original thingy by Misty so you can video response it if you want to. So yeah, so this video took like 20 minutes to film, and I bet it takes me 4 or 5 hours to edit. If you're lucky, I like you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.